So the other day I ran into Tom, and I kind of literally ran into him. I was leaving my favorite donut shop, More Than Just a Hole, when he was coming out of the gym, which was right next door, and we kind of bumped into each other, and I almost dropped my bear claw because I was so focused on it. Don't bear claw shame me. But the point of this story is, y'all know Tom. He owns Turn It On Again. He's an electrician down the street, and he does great work, but you know, he sometimes. Well, let me just tell you what he said. All right, see what you think. So as we were catching up and getting to know each other again, he was like, "Oh, a bear claw must be nice. I wish I could be like you and do whatever I want to do when I want to do it." And I'm no stranger to people throwing shade, and I can throw some pretty good shade myself. So I wasn't too flustered. I knew where he was going, and I knew what he was saying. And that's kind of what I mean. You kind of get where I'm going. But I said to him, dude, I'm just on a different path. I'm just on a different improvement journey than you are at the moment. And that's really the core of it. Everybody is on a path to improvement. We always want to be better. And especially if we're self-employed, small or home business owners, all we have is to constantly be upping our game. We have a lot of competition, not from each other, because I feel like there is no competition among businesses, but competition for attention. And by that I mean we need to fight harder to be seen. We need to fight constantly to be noticed, and we can get lost in the shuffle. And it's one of the reasons that we need to constantly be changing our sales and marketing. We need to be updating it. We need to be growing. We need to be improving. We need to be getting new skills. And I'm not going to bore you again with my constant mantra of, you need to be making content, but you need to be making content, all right? People need to know who you are. They need to understand the experience that you offer them, and they need to get to know you on a very personal and intimate basis, because they don't want to trust just anybody. And these days, I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling more and more less trusting of things, especially that I see on the internet. I'm really like, I've become back in the 2000s when people were afraid to use credit cards online. I'm like becoming that guy now. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what have you, but it's not a bad thing to question, right? But the point of where all of this is going is that we always need to be improving. We always need to be better than we were yesterday. And there is no one-size-fits-all solution. What works for me in my business in improving and what works for you in your business is not going to be the same thing. We all have different outside pressures, different ways of going, different businesses. And so there isn't going to be one size that fits all. And what works for me, again, isn't going to work for you. But it doesn't mean you can't have a bear claw every once in a while.